We decided since the last 10 years that we were created that our investor would reflect also the future and the tendency of what's happening in the country and what are now the challenges of Angola. And one of the challenges is the energy sector, is how to find different ways of providing that service to a country which was ravaged by war for 30 years and which infrastructure was destroyed. So, and solar energy is that one of the solutions that Opaia understood early that would bring in the country. And now we have the challenge of establishing that both in urban areas, like in the capital city, Luanda, and also in the communities, where those facilities, those services are really important to boost the community life in the country.
Solar energy being introduced to rural villages, these are places which have no other means of energy, presumably.
Yes, because that's still a big challenge, both of Angola and even in the region, in the southern area of Africa. There we still have the scarcity of energy. So it becomes really important to, to help the communities by establishing those kind of facilities in the country. In this moment, it's that challenge, and we are aiming at providing that service for at least 2,000 people for the next 5 years.
You say you've been working for 10 years, and of course it was 10 years ago that the civil war ended in Angola. You say also it's a very young company, yeah? So young CEO, young people working for the company. Is that as a result of the country beginning to rebuild, a lot of young people trying to take the country forward from 2002 onwards?
That's true, and the study shows that we are now 40 million people, and close to 75 to 80% of that people are youth. And so the country, in terms of its human resources, is a youth country. So, and the youngsters are now playing a big role in the country. And Opaia reflects that development of young people, some of them schooled in the country, others schooled in the Western countries, now coming back to Africa, coming back to Angola and trying to get involved into the movement of rebuilding the country.
And you've obviously started in Angola, expanding within Angola, but Opaia has gone beyond the Angolan borders. Where else are you now working?
Yes, in Angola we established a holding company with at least 4 areas of expertise and actions. We're in production, we're in tourism, we're in infrastructure, and we're in real estate. So those are 4 areas, and we established also 8 key companies and 70 business in the country. But we feel that in a more global economy like we're living today, it's important to act locally and globally, and also combining local expertise and international expertise. So, and that's why we tried to make a very challenging group, which you have an intercultural and interracial company, and operating both in Angola, in Brazil, in the United States, in China, and in Europe, especially in Portugal.
Okay, I mean, some of them may be obvious because of the linguistic links with Brazil and Portugal, but United States and China, how did that come about?
Yes, United States because of it's a leading country, and as a leading local company, we want also to be there. To be there also to look at the facilities and the possibilities of investing in that country. China has a special relation with Angola since the years 2000 because of the whole movement of rebuilding the country. It was one of the nations that decided to help Angola to rebuild its country with its unique policy of investing and lending money in a special way for the Angolan government. And we feel that everyone in the market is wise of that China will be the leading country and the giant in economical sense, which it's indispensable for us not only to be there, but also to start the possibilities that we can build both in China and in Angola, and again combining Chinese and Angolan expertise also.
And you're here in Doha. What message do you bring to Doha? What would you like to see out of this conference?
Every investment that we build in Angola, we build in a sense of, linking it to sustainable actions to the future of the country. And we feel that the discussions in Doha are so important that it's really important for us to be here both to learn on how the private entities like ours can be involved in this world movement of studying and looking for ways of the mitigation of the climate issues in one side, and another, of course, to look at what kind of services can we provide through the solutions that are here being discussed, and to see that if with our private expertise we can also be of a help on that. And to be aware of that, we have to be here, to be conscious of what are the level of discussions and what are the aftermath of all the discussions that we are here witnessing. Because this is a very historic moment for the world. And so we are here to, not only to witness, to learn, but also to find opportunities to provide services in the future. Maybe in 2015 and in 2020 and after 2020. That's all the framework of the discussion, of the time frame that is being discussed here, and we want also to be a part of it.